April 18th, 1775, the patriot Paul Revere took his midnight ride along with William Dawes, horses fast and smooth as they rode through colonial Massachusetts. They were yelling to the Minutemen in Lexington that the regulars were coming, so they better defend all the weapons that were stored at the Concord stockpile. When the British got there, that's when it got wild. The rebels shot from treetops, firing off, and chased the redcoats back all the way to Boston.
They had the British on the run, the revolution had begun. The Second Continental Congress met in Philly and decided it was time to start an army. Washington was named commander, had to create a plan for ways to keep an eye out on the British who were camping out in Boston now. Militias looking down at them and scouting them from up around the surrounding mountainsides of Breeden Bunker Hill, but still
General Gage made his way up the hill on a muggy day. The militiamen stood their ground for not just one but two whole rounds. The British though kept on pounding, won the battle, lost 1,000 men on the field, maybe more. Bloodiest ordeal of the war, too many dead for the king to ignore.
For sure, so the colony sent out from across the shore a petition called the Olive Branch, a chance for George to make peace with the colonies like there was before.
But in a furious rage, he threw the page on the floor. He said,
"They're all in rebellion and I'm gonna end this."
So the founders said, alright, we want our independence.
Do you know about the birth of a nation? Before the first July 4th celebration, a few brave patriots stood up to an empire. Desire for freedom kept on feeding the fire higher. Do you know about the start of a country? A hunger from the heart is what inspired us tirelessly. Why is your flag the red, white, and blue one? Cause America won the revolution. We had to act fast. A brute mass of British troops were on a mad dash to New York, ready to clash. Brought 30 warships with enormous mass and 32,000 men into the port of Staten Island. Washington had 19,000 and he was trying to guard every route, but the British surprised him with the help of some spies and found an open path called the Jamaica Pass, which led right into the Brooklyn Heights. The patriots surrounded had to give up the fight, but they escaped safely thanks to the bravery of one regiment, the Maryland 400, never budging, keeping cover while the others made it to Long Island.
But Washington was worried cause his army was shrinking, soldiers getting ill from smallpox and dirty water drinking. Thousands when their tour was up, they weren't re-enlisting. So on Christmas 1776 he took a risk and crossed the Delaware, attacked the British troops in Trenton, who were sleeping in their barracks just completely unsuspecting. The victory invigorated spirits at last. More people joined the army, plus Congress approved the draft.
that was good because the British were plotting a new attack now, sending General Cornwallis to get Trenton back. Now he marched for 12 hours in the mud and got tired. Said we'll strike at dawn, but Washington was wiser. Kept some guys back at the camp to burn a fire, then snuck around and met Cornwallis at Princeton. Tough battle, had to rally, all the bullets were whizzing. America was stringing battles together now and win.
Let's go. Do you know about the birth of a nation? Before the first July 4th celebration, a few brave patriots stood up to an empire. Desire for freedom kept on feeding the fire higher. Do you know about the start of a country? A hunger from the heart is what inspired us tirelessly. Why is your flag the red, white, and blue one? Cause America won the revolution. King George was scratching his wig, smashed his fig, said we'll have to switch our strategy, move forward more rapidly, snap the colonies in half, see if they wither, cut off New England from New York at the Hudson River. I'll send my best 3 generals, we'll see if they deliver.
In Saratoga, General Howe was supposed to join Burgoyne and Clinton. He said, man, I'll be helping ya, but first I'm gonna make a stop and conquer Philadelphia.
He fought hard for Philly, at Germantown and Brandywine. He barely won and couldn't scramble back in time to join Burgoyne, whose forces all were captured.
Now in rapture, King Louis of France said he met because an ally left his head from Beatsy Bad.
Before help arrived, a brutal winter they endured. Washington's troops camped out at Valley Forge in the cold. The Prussian officer, Baron von Steuben, stepped in and taught them discipline and drills that they'd be using.
When the winter ended, they were feeling reinvented and ready to go back and conquer Philly once again. At the Battle of Monmouth, both sides lost 300 men. It was a draw there.
So the Brits looked to the south, they attacked Savannah, Georgia. Oh man, it was a rout. Then they pounded Charleston, Carolina with their cannons. It was looking like the whole south would have to be abandoned.
But the boys from the Carolinas wouldn't let it go. Sharpshooting young militiamen, conviction they would show. Deliver blow after blow to the Brits at Kings Mountain.
And then we wanted cowpans, which leads to how it now ends.
Fed up with Carolina, the Brits looked to Virginia.
But Washington's a thinker, he sent the French a signal up north to bring their forces down to Yorktown
and surround Cornwallis all around with thousands of men, cannon, ships, navy.
He couldn't win, had to surrender, that's when peace could begin.
Do you know about the birth of a nation? Before the first July 4th celebration, a few brave patriots stood up to an empire. Desire for freedom kept on feeding the fire higher. Do you know about the start of a country? A hunger from the heart is what inspired us tirelessly. Why is your flag the red, white, and blue one? Cause America won the revolution. Do you know about the birth of a nation? Before the first July 4th celebration, a few brave patriots stood up to an empire. Desire for freedom kept on feeding the fire higher. Do you know about the start of a country? A hunger from the heart is what inspired us tirelessly. Why is your flag the red, white, and blue one? Cause America won the revolution.